Hello everyone, this is Yumi Gaming logging in and the game is Infinite Lagrange. So today in this video we will be discussing about how to build Outpost and we will be discussing really cool tips and tricks regarding it. As we know, Outpost is one of the most strategic buildings in the game. They can completely change the tide of the battles between unions, between players because are useful in a lot of aspects. They relocate your base instantly to another location. So as we know, speed determines a lot of things. So if you can attack quicker than your opponent, then you win. So how to build outpost? So the first building you need to start constructing outpost is the outpost command center, which you can find in the central district of the construction tab. So as you can see, I have maxed my outpost command center and I can only build 8 outposts in total at any given point of time. So a couple of things to note down is that once you relocate to an outpost, the outpost disappears. And another thing is that using outpost, you need to have zero buildings being constructed or zero ships being built. So how to build an outpost? One other trick to building an outpost is that you can construct outpost in the black area as well. So how to construct outpost in the black area? So when you click on the black area, you get the explore option and not an outpost option. So constructing outpost in a black area has several advantages. First is that during the start of the server, you need to move to your union really quickly for strategic purposes. So you can use this trick to move to your union within a short amount of time. So for that you need to create an operation area first in the black area, click on confirm, then zoom into the operation area, click on inside the circle, click on build, and there you have the outpost you can build there. Click on confirm, create fleet, and there you go. So it is as simple as that, building an outpost. Another thing is when during the start of the server, outpost becomes important for moving right next to your union, right? So how to determine the amount of distance you can travel, because at the beginning of the server you can only travel 1000 distance, and as the server progresses you can then travel 3000, and in later stages you can travel 5000. So how to determine how much far away you are from the base? So for that you need to look at the mini map right below in a bit of the right hand corner. So as you can see that there's a small circle, and in that it shows how much distance you are away. So for example, if we try building an outpost, our first outpost for example uh, from a base, it will cost, it will not be able to build. Like if I click on rapid formation, see it's, you can see that it can't sail that far. So it really becomes important when you're creating your first outpost to see how much distance you can travel and where you should situate it. Outposts have one another cool strategic advantage, and that is they can be used to build in docks which provide the which provide bonuses to players. So for example, this dock provides us with exchange better exchange rate for resource trades. So these resource trades can often be have really good strategic advantages. So if we click on dock, then you can see that there's an outpost option only. Click on outpost and confirm. Then you can send a fleet over there, build an outpost there, and then you will need to relocate to the trade dock before you can get the buffs. So it is not that you can just build a dock there and you will be able to get the buff. So you'll need to relocate there. And there are different types of docks all over the place. So like this dock had the resource trading advantage. Like some docks have action points advantage, some docks give repair modules advantages, and there are a lot of types. So dock plays another strategic role in here. Another thing about docks, another thing about outposts is that you can use that to make ships travel faster. And in faster, you can use outpost of your allies, or you can use your outpost even. So for example, I will give an example on in here. So for example, I'll just attack this basic mining platform. I'll use frigates because it's not that tough of an enemy, and frigates are faster. So as you can see on the left bottom corner, you have three options on how will the ship travel. Will it travel direct? That will take you 3 minutes 29 seconds, and via an outpost it will take you 3 minutes 7 seconds, and via the city it will take you 3 minutes 30 seconds. So as you can see, there's a minute difference in the example I'm showing, but if you convert it into like using battleships or traveling bigger distances, the difference can be used. Like the warp speed helps you travel 3 times faster. So let's click on confirm and look at how the fleet travels. So as the fleet leaves the base, this is the normal speed of the ships. And when it reaches the edges, see the magic. So it currently shows 3 minutes for it to reach the basic mining platform, and now it is just 1 minute. So it likes travels at a really good speed, and you can reach your destination much quicker. Of course, it does not warp after leaving the outpost, and if the destination is not an outpost, it cancels the warp. So that can have many strategic advantages, and the players can think about how to use this particular warping for their own benefit. However, to activate the warp of any outpost, you need to have a utility ship there. Start building it. So I'll give you an example right now. So I just create a outpost here, and I send a ship in there. It will take 2 minutes. I'll just fast forward it. As you can see, the fleets have not entered warp mode when they are still moving to the outpost. It is because the warp drive is no. So if you need to check whether any of your operation area or your operation outpost or your basic mining platform supports warp drive, you just need to zoom out a bit and click on that to check it, and it shows no right now. It is because the ship has not reached the outpost yet, and the warp mode on this outpost will activate once the ship reaches it. Another tip for using outpost is that if like two members of you are, for example, stuck in the north part of the system and you want to move to the south part where all your union have gathered, then you can use your allies outpost to warp to the specific location faster. And also please do remember that warping does not increase the maximum fleet range. So as you can see, my utility ships have started building the outpost, and the warp drive on the outpost is yes. So now the operation the outpost supports warp drive, and you can send your ships faster. One last cool thing about outpost is that it resets the maximum distance your fleet can travel. So for example, let us take my base as point A, and my this as like point C. Like this is 5,000, more than like 5,000 distance away from my base, right? So if I try to build a outpost here, I should not be able to, because hey, my base is like very far away. Okay, I'll just cancel the outpost I was building right now because I have reached my maximum outpost. I will also take this opportunity to show you how to cancel outpost. So like abandon outpost. So for example, I'll first show you how to abandon a outpost you are building currently. So you zoom into the outpost, click on it, and then click on abandon. It will destroy the outpost you are building. Now how to abandon a established outpost? So I'll zoom into an established outpost of mine. So this is, as you can see, I got an outpost here. Just zoom out a bit, click on the outpost, and then click on cancel. So that is how we cancel any outpost. So as we were discussing on how to build outposts further away, 6,300 distance away from my base, so I should not be able to build in here. But let's look into it. So when I click build and try to build an outpost here, I get a fleet 1 with 2 units that can build here. How is that possible? So for example, I go to rapid formation, click on small utility ship, it cannot sail that far, but still this fleet can sail that far. That is because that fleet is situated inside an outpost. So if I click on this, it is coming from point B, and that point is here. And as we zoom in, you can see that the fleet is stationed at an outpost of mine, and that is why it can travel another 5,000 distance starting from the outpost it was stationed in. So in a sense, the distance you can send, the maximum distance you can send resets after your fleet reaches an outpost. So this helps you get to your union faster when the server has just opened. So you would not need to recall the utility ships back to your base every time you need to build another outpost. The last thing I would like to discuss is that you can move any amount of distance with your outpost. So I am like 7,700 distance away from my base, and yeah, I'm pretty far. So I should not be able to move, but if you have an outpost even at the other end of the world, you can relocate to it instantly. The requirements for relocating is that you should not be building any buildings, or you should not be producing any ships. So then click on the outpost, click on relocate, and the transporting happens immediately, and there you are in your brand new area, even though you were like a lot of distance away from your position. And as you can see, you do not need to recall the fleets, and the fleets are just stationed in the place you left them, and they are moving if you had given them any orders to move somewhere. And as you can see, I have got an increased warehouse capacity because I docked to a warehouse dock, so that boosted my warehouse capacity a lot. Like it almost it doubled it, so I can stock more resources and I can have a longer battle. Thank you for watching the video. I know it extended a bit. I tried to cover all the possible points, and I tried to keep it precise, and I hope it was organized for you. I tried my level best, and I will make sure that my other videos are more organized than this. And if you do like the video, do click the like button so that more people can watch it, and do click the subscribe button if you want to get a notification every time I make a video. So thank you for watching, and see you soon.